cricket year. This is their 8th final of the year. Women's singles also features the best two players on the planet. It's the reigning world champion against the former world champion, Chae Young, in her 12th final in her 13th tournament of the year, up against the former world champion, Akane Yamaguchi, trying to complete a career Grand Slam of the current Super 1000 tournaments. Then it'll be men's singles and Victor Axelsen, the Olympic champion and world #1. He's in his 11th Super Series, the 11th Super 1000 final over the last 12 Super 1000 events. He's up against the home player, Lu Guangzhou, trying to win his first title in 5 years. Then we finish with men's doubles and both the bronze medalists from the recent World Championships. Liang and Wang from China, looking to become the first Chinese men's doubles pair to win the China Open title in the whole of the Super Series and World Tour era. They're up against the former world champions Aaron Cha and Solwee Eek, looking for a first ever World Tour title. Well, with mixed doubles being our first final of the day, a chance for us to look at the draw from the quarter-final onwards. 7 different nationalities, which make it the most diverse of all 5 disciplines. 5 seeds, and you can see 2 pairs from Malaysia, who both progressed through to the semi-final stage before both losing in the semi-final. And then we look at the race to the World Tour finals. And I can tell you that after this week in Suzhou, the Korean pair currently at number 4. After today's final, whether they win or lose, will go up to number 2. Gicquel and Delrue are way off the list. They're down at 26 at the moment. But after this week in Changzhou, they should enter the top 20. So we're just about ready for finals day. I'm Jill Clark, delighted to say that Steen Pedersen is sitting alongside me as always. And Steen, really is a fantastic lineup. You couldn't have scripted it better. World champions against history makers.
Yeah, we've got some really exciting matches in front of us. I'm looking forward to see what the French can do here against the world champions in the mixed doubles.
Yes, so am I. And how wonderful for the French combination. The world champions welcomed onto court first, Chae and Chae Yu-jung. And history in the making. Tom Gicquel and Delphine Delrue, the first European pair to contest a Super 1000 tournament mixed doubles final. What a moment for them. And interestingly, picking up on your point there, Steen, of course, this is the first meeting between these two pairs, so of course we're interested to see how they match up against each other.
They were a little bit concerned about it. I talked to the Danish coach, Kim Nielsen, and he said, Kim, it's the first time we play against them. Yeah, but it's also the first time they play against us.
This leg toss will be conducted by Ms. Chae, invited by HSBC.
So the French pair, I believe, have chosen to serve on the toss of the coin. And the Korean world champions immediately say they want to start the near side of the court, where players are hitting with the drift. We've seen quite a considerable drift all week lengthways of the court, and shuttle flying faster as we look down during all the rallies. We're going towards the far end of the court. So this is Chae Yu-jung, both the Koreans left-handers. She's making her 3rd appearance in Changzhou, whereas her partner is only making her 2nd appearance in this venue. Chae is 26 years of age. He turned 26 6 days ago on Monday. From Wuhan in North Jeolla province. And he and his partner are currently 1 place down from their career high on the world ranking. Chae is the older of the two, at the age of 28. And it's their second appearance here as a pair. The last edition, which was back in 2019, they reached the semi-final before losing out to the eventual champions Chae and Wang Yaxiong. And you will immediately see that they beat the defending champions in the quarter-final stage in 3 thrilling games, having also been to 3 games in the second round against Yamashita and Shinoya. In the semi-final, that was their quickest match so far against Tan and Lai of Malaysia. Tom Gicquel is 24 years of age from Tours, West Central France. And 186 is 6'1". Currently ranked number 8 in the world, but as you can see, did spend 11 weeks at number 5. That was from January earlier this year. Delrue is 24 years of age from Sarcelles, in the suburbs of Paris. And this is their second final this year. Reached the final of the European Games, the silver medalists in Poland. Now look at that for an impressive run through to today's final. All of their matches in 2 straight games, including the quarter-final against the 4-time World Championship medalists and number 2 seeds Watanabe and Higashino. They had to save 2 game points in that opening game before winning it 22-20. Semi-final against Chen and To of Malaysia was pretty comfortable too. So our court officials for this one from Malaysia and China. Well, they haven't won a World Tour title for 2.5 years, the French combination. And in fact, that was their only World Tour title, was the Swiss Open in 2021. So both coaching benches, I have to say, I think the Korean coaching bench is looking a little more relaxed than Kim Nielsen for the French pair.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Chae and Chae, Korea. And on my left, Gicquel and Delrue, France. Delrue serve, Chae, level play.
So the French combination of Gicquel and Delrue, far side of the court against the reigning world champions, Chae and Chae. It's quite staggering to think that these 2 pairs in the final of the Super 1000 event, neither of them have actually won a World Tour title above 300 level.
Yeah, that's astonishing.
Win a world title, but you haven't won anything of 500 and above on the World Tour. Oof. That was a complete miss hit from Chae. Nice. Across the body of Delrue.
2 love.
Well, it's a 4th final of the year for the Korean combination. Only title they've won so far this year, being the World Championship gold medal. Oh, that was a bit loose. It's gone wide. Yeah, nerves are jangling with the French combination.
Yeah, I think so too.
3 love.
They've had a year that hasn't really been as strong as we've seen since badminton came back from the pandemic, where they immediately made a name for themselves in the tournaments in Thailand. I think it's actually quite natural that you have to develop, to go back and look at what is it that the other pairs are exploiting in our game and so on. And I think we've seen the same development with Sue and Chae, where they've sort of knocked on the door, so to speak, final of All England.
Yeah.
And finally, it all came together at the World Championships, playing fast-paced, everything worked, and I think it's a pretty strong performance to live up to it so soon after winning the World Championship, confirming that they are definitely
worthy of that gold medal.
exactly.
Yeah. Good attack, pouncing on the net from Gicquel. Now, Steen, you called the mixed doubles semi-finals yesterday. I'm noticing immediately that Chae is not wearing his compression stockings.
He wasn't doing it either yesterday in the first match.
He did it in the men's doubles.
Yeah. We needed in the second match of the day. It's a tough schedule for him. He was playing at 10 o'clock yesterday in the morning, and then last match of the evening.
And then first match on today.
Yeah.
Yeah, tough schedule.
Head-to-head here, I think we have to see the French combination as the underdogs, giving the recent results of Sue and Chae.
Yeah, and I mean, they've struggled recently on the World Tour events, haven't they, the French combination?
Exactly.
They haven't got past the second round of their last 4 World Tour events. So it's a welcome return to form.
6.
Clever play, good move by Delrue.
Good rally, yeah. Keeping the pushes flat, nobody wanting to lift, and I can understand that.
3.
Yeah, got in a bit of a tangle on his defence there.
This is where I think Delrue and Gicquel have got to use that little advantage they have in this first game here, and being able to play the back court. Flat long line. Once in a while, to keep the front court open. No doubt that they have no intention of going in the defense, the French, if they can avoid it, but still have to play the back court once in a while, whilst you can.
Good flick and good variation. Yeah, nicely done. Now, Steve, for people that may not be so familiar with this French combination, just tell us a little bit about their qualities.
First of all, we can start with Tom Gicquel here from the mid-court area. He's a typical mixed doubles player with great touch from the mid-court area. A good attack. He can maintain the attack. And
got her in the face.
Yeah.
Maybe in the eye. If it's in the eye, that's very serious.
Super good at covering.
Chae.
Yeah. I think it was on the cheek, but it hurts anyway.
6, 7.
But they're more of a traditional sort of style of
much more Delrue, strong at the net, can play from the backcourt, but it's not her force, so to speak. It's much better if they play in the regular mixed up formation. Pretty much the same for Sue and Chae.
Yeah, I think that's a good analysis. I see the world champions. I mean, they've played brilliantly in recent weeks, but if you can get Chae Yu-jung to the back of the court, I think that's where they are show vulnerability.
Exactly. To use a Clint Eastwood phrase, you got to ask yourself one question: do you want her at the front court or at the back court?
Yeah.
And I definitely, if I were the opponents, wanted her at the back court.
Yeah.
Because she's super strong in the front court play. The net, especially the tight net game, I rated her really high. I think where she's developing is that she's also putting away a lot of shots, and that helped them win the World Championship.
Yeah.
That's a good play by Delrue there. She needs to be alert on those. So, I mean, this is, it's not like a fantastic difficult shot, but if you're not alert, then you're a little bit late and you won't be able to put it away.
Yeah.
Worked themselves into the first game here. Delrue and Gicquel nicely after the 5-1 start.
They will love 5 down, won't they?
Was it?
Yeah.
As an example, good work by Chae here from the backcourt. She's become much better.
7.
Actually scoring a point herself, and Gicquel can't be satisfied with that. Many times the female player will take up the challenge with the opposing female player when at the backcourt, but good variation here.
Yeah, that was good variation with a flick serve. Then playing with the drift, that was excellent.
11-7.
And it is a 4-point advantage to the reigning world champions, Chae Yu-jung and Sudirman. Yeah, he's clever with the placement of his smash there.
내가 아까 얘기했지. 움직임의 변화가 나와야 된다. 그러니까 볼을 노리고 있다가 내가 빨리 들어서 뭔가 이 동작을 해서 내가 앞에서 픽을 못해도 내가 위에서 하이 타점을 잡는 것보다 공격을 쉽게 만들어줘야 되는데 그걸 기다리고 있다가 낮춰서 가니까 자꾸 불안해질 수밖에 없다. 그 동작을 올림부리고 움직이는 걸로 낮춰서 가는
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Okay. Come on.
Eleven, 7. Play.
Oh, that's a shocking serve.
Serve
Got what it deserved.
8-11.
We're only halfway through the opening game, Steen, and I've seen at least 3 smashes from Sudirman across the body of Delphine Delrue, and it's won every time.
Yeah, and that's why it's an advantage having her at the front court and an advantage having the control for the French. I heard a few phrases from Kim Nielsen. One was, every time we've had a high lift, we won the rally. And then one where it wasn't so easy to hear what he was saying, but I've cheated a little bit and talked to him before the match.
Well done.
So I know what he was saying. He was saying, we push the first one and then we can block. She's standing a bit too far back there, Delphine Delrue.
On her defense.
Yes.
9.
Yeah, it was a good steep angle, though, from Sudirman.
He always, when he can, he plays these steep angles that are really difficult to do something with. But you've got to get at least a half step forward to give yourself a chance to counter. Otherwise, you're just going to lose within 3 shots. That's what they're so good at, the Koreans. I think she's the most nervous player on the court, Delrue.
Yeah.
Probably feels that she has a lot of responsibility, or a lot of it hangs on her if she can dominate the front court. That's easier said than done. There's 2 pushes in a row because the chance was so good.
10, 14.
It's gone wrong. That's the problem from this near side of the court.
11, 14.
I like the service. I say I like the service return even more.
Yeah.
Service over.
Quick adjustment by Chae.
11.
Okay, 50 over. Nothing changed is what we have seen.
Brilliant net shot from Gicquel.
Service over. 12, 15.
I think strings had gone earlier in the rally.
Service over.
From Gicquel.
16, 12.
Yes. Pretty certain I was right on that.
Tom.
I have a feeling that in the Korean pair, Seo has started a little bit stronger than Chae.
Yeah, she hasn't really found the rhythm on her serve so far, I don't think, and that, you know, if you're nervous on your serve, affects the whole game.
Yeah.
13,
Delrue and
16.
Gicquel, they've got to try and exploit that. If the Koreans win this first game, I think the confidence will grow and it will be difficult for the French.
That's a shocking serve. Really.
Service over.
Look how high this is
17,
over the net.
13.
Not what it deserved.
Tom.
Oh, that's brilliant! Well, I have to say, as the rally was in progress, I thought, my goodness, Gicquel
14,
is everywhere on court.
17.
His movement off the shuttle as well. But that final shot, a moment of magic. across the body again.
Great play by Chae.
Service over. 18-14.
Classic Korean mixed double. Keep it in your own side if you're a little bit below.
Tom, I really need you to cover your
And then
zone.
when you're in balance, you
All
can
the
attack.
time. Show them you're ready. If not, then they continue to play over you.
I need you to show that you're ready all the time.
Yeah.
Kim Nielsen. Oh, that's a super return.
Service over. 15-18.
And the thing is, had the Koreans not won the World Championship last week, the French would have looked at this differently. They would have said, "Oh, that's a good chance."
Yeah.
Service over. 19-15.
Yeah, it's twofold, isn't it? The psychological approach by the French. We're playing the world champions, which is a daunting thing. And for the world champions, they're just oozing confidence. We're the world champions. We're the best. Oh, super again. And this is clever from the French. They're using the back corners on the return of serve.
16.
So Chae is expecting the little half-court pushes.
It's a wonderful return from Gicquel. There's not that many that are using that in mixed doubles.
Gets the lucky net court, and there's only 2 points in it.
17-19.
Super important rally now with Sue, the receiver.
Brilliant. 1 point in it.
18-19.
Brilliant third shot from Delrue.
Back level. Absolutely amazing.
19-4.
After looking so nervous at the start of the match where they found themselves love 5 down. 19 all. Who's going to have the game points? What was that you were saying about, would you rather have her at the back or the front of the court?
She's gotten a little bit better at the back court.
20.
That's an
Game
understatement.
point. 19.
Game point opportunity for the world champions, Chae and Chae Yu-jung.
A flicker.
No, it was a
Great
good
serve.
lovely no serve. Opening game for the world champions. But my goodness, they had to fight hard for that.
First game won by Chae and Chae Yu-jung. 21-19.
21-19 in 20 minutes. And now, the French combination have the more difficult end from which to play. Not that it seemed to bother them, because they won the toss and chose to serve. It's the final rally.
Much better and still in
Yeah,
our
broken racket. Smashed his racket.
Smashed the racket.
We don't cover enough here. We need to show them we are more ready. Okay, in the zone. It will count now too. when we're in the box now, we play harder. We push harder now because it's tough to play over you. But you don't move so fast forward. You play hard, stand, are ready if they come in front of you, and you're ready to move backwards. She is struggling a bit more than him. Okay, so we can still use her a bit. And don't be afraid, still in the serve returns now. Returns, push him. Okay, push the returns to him, and then step forward and cover. Don't play too soft because then they play over you. Okay, from low all out.
Alright, come on.
Yeah.
One more drink, he said. I think I'm losing my head now. It's another day.
그러니까 그 볼로 이기려고 치는 게 아니야. 빨리 눌러놓고 내가 타점을 하이 타점을 잡아서 빨리 눌러놓고 쉽게 올라오게끔 만들어. 해놓고 내가 다음 연결만 해주면 되고 그리고 그 동작을 했었을 때 시야를 직선만 보는 게 아니라 크로스 이 동작을 해야지. 그리고 이쪽에 볼이 잘 안 나가니까
20
직선이고 대가고
seconds.
자꾸 튀기고 많이 흔들어줘야 돼.
20 seconds.
여자고 남자고 어쨌든 공격적인 플레이가 많지.
Second game. The 4. Play.
So the newly crowned world champions, Chae and Chae Yu-jung, one game to the good in this mixed doubles final. Oh, that's found the back line. That's perfect.
1 love.
Steen, for those who couldn't hear what Kim Nielsen was saying in the coaching break there to the French pair, just summarise very quickly what he said.
And still trying to push when standing in the box. That's the two large squares on the court, but also be ready to move backwards. That's at least for Gicquel, and in case Koreans plays it over him, and they feel that if they play too soft, they will definitely play it over. And then they got to be ready and show that they're there. Interpreted as in the front game.
I have to say, Steen, I was very, very surprised that the French combination didn't choose ends first.
Yeah, I think I might have taken the same end anyway, trying to get a good start. So the way I see it now, it's troublesome for the French because they ended up losing that first game. But yeah, I would definitely have chosen ends and had an idea of what I wanted to do in the first game.
Yeah, I think that, you know, first Super 1000 tournament final, whereas the Koreans have been in 2 World Tour event finals at this level. I would have expected them to be a bit nervous, and therefore the probability of getting a good start was not that high.
But not too aggressive on this side here, okay?
What's he saying there? They were a bit too aggressive. I actually feel that Tom Gicquel is standing too far forward when he's pushing forward. Oh, what a good serve! She's really upped
On the range
her
now.
service game. Yeah, brilliant, fantastic play. Little hole and then the cross lift, and the court is really big now for
5-2.
Gicquel.
He hit the serve 2 times.
Delphine.
Can
Delphine.
you please open the eyes?
Oh,
Delphine.
Yeah, he couldn't have walked
Play.
over there and placed it any better than that.
and the discussion is that they feel Chae Yu-jung is hitting the service twice.
Next one, don't play, come on.
It's a double hit.
What, double action or hitting the shot?
Double hit, I think.
No.
Nothing there.
6-2.
Hit her backhand, push it a bit.
Korean's really beginning to dominate now.
Yeah, and she's gone from a loose serve to a fantastic serve. Simply can't get on top of it.
And they've opened up a 5-point cushion. Straight points.
He's exploiting the opportunity given to him, Chae, from the mid-court area. Oh, yeah.
I think she was trying to take her racket away.
I think so too.
And it ended up coming off the frame and being the perfect shot.
Yeah.
That's just outrageous, isn't it? Her third shot came off the frame too.
Thank you. Players back on court.
She's reluctant to get back on court, Delphine Delrue.
Can we push the serve? Can we try?
Yeah, that bothers me, Thosteen, because that shows they're dispirited.
Yeah.
Sitting down, reluctant to come back on court. No wonder Kim Nielsen, that's fantastic too. No wonder he's urging them to show that they really believe this and want it. Of course they want it, but I'm not sure about the belief.
Yes, I think she's served too short.
Service
Almost
over.
all of these services that have been so great. I think they should have let one of them drop earlier on. I think they've been short, a lot of them.
To the mid-game interval with an 8-point advantage, having already won the first. And the Korean World Champions look very much in command.
I know the serve are quite good. We can try to go a little bit early on the short serve so we can push and then up with the racket, because right now it's too easy for them to pass to, because we not put enough pressure on them. Okay, we need to do that. We need to take chances now and risk something. Okay, it's a lot more aggressive. Just go all in with speed now.
20 seconds. 20 seconds. Play.
So 11-3 the advantage, and Kim Nielsen in that coaching break urging his players to be a lot more aggressive and go all out.
12.
Yeah, he says we need to take chances, and
yeah,
whether they lose 21-5 or 21-15, that doesn't really matter.
it's still a lot.
It's still a lot, and you still get to stand on the second highest podium.
Yeah. Yeah, because if they continue like this, they're going to lose anyway.
Yeah.
Take chances. Yeah, it's a good return of serve.
Body language, come!
Body language, did you hear that, Nielsen?
Yeah.
12.
I agree with him. I didn't like that little break they took just before the mid-game interval.
Thinking about it at the interval, these shots he's played from the mid-court area, I mean, he's just sort of distributed it like there was no one on the other side.
Yeah.
It's been deceptions, it's been from above the tape, it's been from a little below the tape with deceptions and so on.
Service over 5-13.
One of the things about being ready, look how long the arm movement was for Delphine Delrue there. That's definitely one of the things that she can better.
Yeah.
Swap wave. But they couldn't play this in the early stages because she simply served too well, Chae Yu-jung. I thought some of them were too short. If they weren't, then it was just magnificent. And it was magnificent because they didn't leave them, Delrue and Gicquel.
Service over 14-6.
What's in your hand?
That's his second service error.
Service over 7-15.
Good defence from Chae Yu-jung. And again.
Right.
Is 15.
Yeah, there was a big gap across court, but she overdid it.
Service over
Service error
16.
from Gicquel.
8.
It looked like he's lying really, really low with his service. I wonder if he's been called. I don't think he got called yesterday.
Well, there's a challenge here.
Challengers court out.
I really don't see them winning this challenge. Hitting with the drift. But it's the first challenge of finals day. It's waiting.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 17-8. Play.
Lucky neck cord for Gicquel.
Service over 9-17.
Oof. Seemed to crawl up the net. Points away from the title.
18.
It's a fair result. They played much better, the Koreans, today.
Come on, go for it. Go on top.
Beat Jiang Siwei, Huang Yachong in the quarterfinal, who'd never lost a match in China Open.
As a pair.
As a pair, that's right.
Absolutely incredible. Well, they're challenging that.
Challenges for
I think they feel they might as well challenge because time is running out. Come on the line. No challenges left. Honestly, they might not need them. Only 2 points away from the title.
9 play.
Under real pressure, the French combination, and they managed to weather the storm.
Service over. 10-19.
But it takes net courts and all kinds of trickery to score points here in the second game for Gicquel and Delrue. Again. There's a little deception on it before he hits.
Nice. We've got no challenges left.
So it's over.
Both raise their arms to challenge.
12.
And that goes down as a second service error for Gicquel. Match point opportunities for the world champions from Korea. And that's landed on the line. What a perfect serve from Chae to close out the match. 21-19, 21-12. And they looked every inch world champions today. Just under 40 minutes. And congratulated by their coaches. First World Tour title for the Koreans since the Australian Open at the end of last year. Second title in 2 weeks for
Match won by Chae and
World Championship gold medal 2 weeks later. The richest of the World Tour events. Apart from the World Tour finals, of course. Super 1000 and the richest prize fund of the Super 1000s. 21-19, 21-12 the victory for So Seung-jae and Chae Yu-jung under beating Tom Gicquel and Delrue. Well, Steen, they were impressive, weren't they?
They were really impressive throughout the tournament.
Oh, it hit him.
It hit
him.
his thigh.
I thought it had landed on the line, but it actually hit Tom Gicquel.
It's good to see the development that they've been taking, Chae and Siu.
Yeah, I agree.
So
they've been threatening for a while, haven't they? I mean, as you say, they reached the All England final earlier this year, but reaching the final of the Toyota Thailand Masters when we were just trying to come out of COVID, and they really have been improving the whole time.
They have. Good tournament for Gicquel and Delrue also, because they get some of their belief back, and and that's great for them. They're still young, and they're the prospects for the Olympics, both in Paris but also in 28 in Los Angeles for the French national team.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really good to see them playing so well again after, you know, an indifferent few months on the World Tour.
Yeah. But I mean, I think it's super positive that Siu and Chae have sort of challenged the reign of Zheng Siwei and Huang Yaqiong, because they have been dominant since they reformed their partnership, and now it's a little bit uncertain who's actually going to be in it, and that's probably also going to spark someone else saying, okay, if they can do it, so can we. What is it that they've done that are working against the Chinese combination?
But we shouldn't forget about Watanabe and Higashino. They've beaten Zheng Siwei and Huang Yaqiong this year.
Yeah, they have, but they've looked a little bit down here at the Worlds and this tournament as well.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to see them here in the upcoming tournaments.
Yeah, but it was a great result for the French combination to beat Watanabe and Higashino in the quarterfinal stage. And the fact that none of the top 4 seeds got through to the semi-finals of the mixed doubles.
That's a long time since that happened, I think. 2018
All England. It's only the second time in mixed doubles that none of the top 4 seeds have been in the semi-final stage at a Super 1000 event.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there may be. And, of course, there were 7 different nationalities involved at quarterfinal stage, the most diverse of all 5 disciplines. So I think that mixed doubles, we've talked about men's singles becoming interesting, apart from Axelsen seems to really sort of dominate most of the tournaments he plays in. Men's doubles has become very interesting, and I think maybe we're entering an era of mixed doubles as well, where it's becoming very interesting.
Could quite possibly be right there. We'll always, men's singles and mixed doubles, Zheng Siwei, Huang Yaqiong, they'll always be there. It's like Axelsen, you can never really count them out. Who's going to beat them? And when they're gone, then okay, now's the chance.
Yeah.
So that's a good development, I think, for mixed doubles.
I agree.
2023维普国中国羽毛球公开赛汇丰世界羽联世界巡回赛超级1000赛，维普国胜利在我杯混合双打颁奖仪式现在开始。
Ladies and gentlemen, the awarding ceremony for the Victory Mixed Doubles of Victory China Open 2023 HSBC BWF World Tour Super 1000 is about to start.
有请获奖运动员和颁奖嘉宾入场。
Let's welcome the awarded players and presenters.
Well, it's marked a huge step forward in the careers of Tom Gicquel and Delphine Delrue for their first final at Super 1000 level. but it's proved to be third time lucky. A third final at Super 1000 level for So Seung-jae and Chae Yu-jung, and their first title.
Let's welcome Madam Pudding Hotwallis Delrue, Deputy President of Badminton World Federation and member of the International Olympic Committee, to present the trophies.
A sixth career title as a pair for So Seung-jae and Chae Yu-jung. Her first Super 1000 title just 2 weeks after winning the World Championship gold medal.
And Chae Yu-jung looking like she's not really understood it yet. We're standing here. It was like 2 weeks ago we were standing here as well. Good view from the highest podium.
Oh, that's nice. Inviting the French combination onto the top of the podium with them. Big smiles from all four players. Well, that's the first final complete, and we've got 4 more finals to come. And coming up next, we have the best 2 women's doubles pairs in the world. Chen Cheng and Jia Yifan, the defending champions, up against Baek Ha-na and Lee So-hee of Korea.